from U.S. sanctions. He said that it would not impact the Russian economy in any serious way. Is he
Good.
wrong?
I'm glad he feels that way. That's good. I'll let you know about it in 6 months from now. Okay. Let's see how it all works out. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Blue.
From U.S. sanctions. He said that it would not impact the Russian economy in any serious way. Is he
Good.
wrong?
I'm glad he feels that way. That's good. I'll let you know about it in 6 months from now. Okay. Let's see how it all works out. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Blue.
One question about the task force, one about the shutdown. I'm Taylor Poplars with Spectrum News. The same day you established this task force back on January 20th was the same day you pardoned the January 6th defendants.
Yeah, very proud of that. Yeah.
Just last weekend, one of them was charged with allegedly threatening to kill House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. And a big theme of this task force has been allowing law enforcement to do their job and holding accountable people who go after law enforcement. Do you worry that your actions back on day one undermine what this task force is trying to accomplish?
No, you have thousands of people that we're dealing with, and if one goes haywire, look at what this guy in Virginia said, where he wanted to kill his opponent. He's going to kill his opponent. He's going to kill his opponent's children and I think wife, and he continues to run. And the Democrats continue. He's running for Attorney General in Virginia. Look what he said. So now, do you think all Democrats should be prohibited from living anymore? I mean, think of what he said. He's going to kill his opponent, and he's going to kill the children of his opponent, and I think the wife. I said, this guy's sick. That is a sick guy. And how do you vote for somebody like that? But I don't view that every Democrat would say that, because not every Democrat would say that. So you can't, you could have one person, but I don't know of the incident. I can say we're very proud of what we did. We had the courage to do something that should have been done. The problem, sometimes the Republicans are too nice. They're a very nice party. The Democrats play a much dirtier fight. It's amazing. You go after dirty cops like Comey, and you go after, these are dirty cops. Letitia James is a dirty cop. You go after these people and they say how horrible you are, and yet I got indicted 5 times and impeached twice. Nobody says anything about that. They say, they actually said the other day, he's trying to indict somebody. I got indicted 4 or 5 times, Todd, maybe more than that. Yeah, I think you could say 87 times.
After our American colleague made his decision, he ultimately decided to cancel or postpone this meeting. Rather, he is talking about postponing the meeting. Now, regarding the new sanctions. First of all, there is nothing new here. Yes, they are serious for us. That is clear. And they will have certain consequences, but overall, they will not significantly affect our economic well-being. The number of sanctions that have been imposed against the Russian Federation up to now. This is, of course, an attempt to put pressure on Russia. But no self-respecting country and no self-respecting people ever make decisions under pressure. Under pressure. And undoubtedly, Russia has the privilege of feeling and considering itself among this list of self-respecting countries and peoples. It holds first place. Saudi Arabia is in second place. 10 million. Of course, this is an unfriendly act towards Russia. This is obvious. And it does not strengthen Russian-American relations, which had only just begun to recover. Of course, with such actions, the US administration is damaging Russian-American relations. Some processes will be sensitive. In this regard, the US consumes 20 million. They sell something and buy even more, mainly from Canada. So they produce 13.5 and consume 20. The Russian Federation and Saudi Arabia, they sell more. Saudi Arabia exports about 9 million tons to the foreign market, and the Russian Federation exports 7.5. That is, our contribution to the global energy balance is very significant. And now this balance has been established overall, both in the interest of consumers and producers. Disrupting this balance is quite a thing. It's a very thankless task. including for those who are trying to do it. Such decisions need to be understood. Who do they actually benefit? Of course, it is possible to replace some, though certainly not all. That's impossible. But some portion of Russian oil and petroleum products on the world market. But firstly, this takes time. Secondly, it requires significant investment. I hope this will not lead to serious changes, to sharply increase. It is not possible to do this instantly. But if the amount of our oil and petroleum products on the world market suddenly decreases, prices will rise. My American colleague and I also discussed this. What will this lead to? This will lead to a sharp increase in the cost of oil and petroleum products, including at gas stations. What truly matters to us is something else. We feel confident and stable, and despite certain losses, which of course will be connected to many different circumstances, our energy sector still feels quite secure overall. It's an ambush here.
Scientists have revealed
To consider oneself among the list of self-respecting countries and peoples. Both the meeting itself, as well as its specific location, were initially proposed and suggested by the American side. And I agreed to this arrangement, but I also made sure to express my thoughts and opinions in this regard. And I said that, of course, such important meetings need to be very well prepared in advance. For both myself and the American president, it would be a significant mistake to approach this matter lightly or to leave the meeting without achieving the expected and desired result. They sell something, and in return, they buy even more, which is an interesting dynamic to consider. I should say that the President of the United States agreed with this, completely agreed, and said that on their side, a whole group of officials from the current administration would be working on preparing this meeting. He named some of them, and I said that after our American colleague finalizes the list of those who will be working on preparing our meeting, we will also announce who will be working on our side, on the Russian side. But at the initial stage, without any doubt, the first steps in this direction should be taken by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation, Lavrov, and Secretary of State, Rubio. About 9 million tons. The Russian Federation, 7.5. So the US president has decided to cancel or postpone this meeting. More likely, he's talking about postponing the meeting. Well, what can I say, really? Dialogue is always better than any kind of confrontation, than arguments, or especially war. That's why we have always supported this, the continuation of dialogue, and we continue to support it now.